For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Ohio!
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight end right. Ace!
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing deep for Galladay. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brissett on 1st down. Steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Here's Brissett. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Browns defense stands tall. On 1st down, Mahomes. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And a manageable manageable. Third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
Tight right. Let's go. What? 90.
2nd down, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What?
1st down, Brissett. And an alley to run. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On play action, Brissett. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5s.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mahomes now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And his kick is good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Brissett now on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. Switzer now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. To throw, Brissett. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Blue 45.
On second down, Martin. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mahomes now to throw. Drops it off to Martin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Brissett sets to throw it. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Flex round! Flex round!
A second down throw for Brissett. Dancing to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Brissett. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Brissett. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air. So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested. And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time. And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone. Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board. 1st down, Brissett. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch? Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace, ace. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. That is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jake Ryan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing. Brissett being chased out left. Forced out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 51 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, spinning away. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave one more off this lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now here's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Mahomes. And some room to roam now. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. In for the score. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. It to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And boy, talk about adding